So, your son, daughter, partner, other relation, friend is absolutely knee deep in competitive Counter-Strike. You're trying to be supportive, but listening to a game sounds like everyone's talking a different language. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I'm Harry. I go online by Index. I used to compete in my teens and now I commentate matches. I've had a deep love for this game for nearly 10 years, and yet relative to its deep history, I'm still quite new. The game's over 25 years old and it's not going anywhere. Counter-Strike is a 5v5 team-based shooter. Two teams of 5 players with an optional coach play against each other. The game is played on a PC with mouse and keyboard. There are two sides, terrorists or Ts and counter-terrorists or CTs. Terrorists have to plant a bomb on one of the 2 bomb sites on a map. Counter-terrorists have to stop them by either killing them all or defusing the bomb once it's planted. Counter-Strike 2 has 12 rounds to each half. You swap sides at half-time and the first team to 13 wins. In Counter-Strike, you are not accurate unless you are stood still. The movement in this game is easy to understand but difficult to master. At its absolute core, that's all Counter-Strike is, but there are a few more elements on top to make it more interesting. Let's talk weapons. In Counter-Strike, there is a short 15-second period at the start of a round called freeze time, where you're stuck in place at your start point or spawn. During this time, you have to buy your weapons for the upcoming round. Some weapons are unique to a specific side, others are shared, and these are the most important ones. The USP, it's the CT side starting pistol. It's a one-shot headshot on players without a helmet. It's got a low ammo count, you've got to be accurate with it. The Glock is the T-side starting pistol. It does about 90 damage on a headshot to a player without a helmet. It's quite accurate while running, lots of bullets and easy to rapid fire. The AK-47 is an assault rifle only available to purchase by the terrorist team. It's an accurate rifle with the possibility to score a one-shot headshot even to players with a helmet. Kills to the body in 4 shots, and if a CT gets a kill on a terrorist, and is easily able to, they'll more than likely pick up the AK as it's more powerful than their gun, the M4. Now, there are technically 2 M4s, the M4A1S and the M4A4. The M4A1S has fewer bullets, less recoil, and is slightly more accurate. The M4A4 has more bullets and more recoil. Both are not a one-shot kill to a player with a helmet, instead delivering around 90 points of damage with a headshot, and body shots can take up to 5 shots to kill. The AWP, or AWP, is a one-shot kill sniper rifle to everywhere except the legs. It's expensive and slow to move with, but its one-shot potential makes it a lethal addition to any side. Most of the time there will be a dedicated player to this gun, often called the AWPer. There are other weapons, of course, submachine guns such as the MP9 and the MAC-10, which are often chosen if a team is low on money. Submachine guns have high running accuracy but low damage, meaning you have to close the distance. You can also buy armor. There are 2 types, Kevlar, which is an armor vest that reduces the damage you take and also reduces what's known as hit punch. Hit punch is when you are shot by an opponent and your screen shakes. It's incredibly punishing if you don't have Kevlar. For $350 more, you can purchase Kevlar and helmet. This is everything included in Kevlar with the addition of a helmet, meaning you take less damage from headshots. Both teams can buy grenades, often referred to as utility, to help them achieve their respective goals. Each player can hold up to 4 items, and there are limits on how many you can buy per round. Smoke grenades are useful to block vision from the other team in order to allow your team to advance or to attempt to stop an advancing team in their tracks. They're purely visual though. You can walk straight through them, but your opponent will see you first. Flashbangs. If a player looks at a flashbang when it goes off, they'll be blinded for up to 5 seconds. They're incredibly useful and if used correctly can net you essentially a free kill. Molotovs or incendiaries. Both of these grenades are fire grenades. The Molotov is the terrorists' version. As of this video's writing, it's more powerful than the CT equivalent, the incendiary. But both do the same thing. They coat the ground with fire, causing damage and causing a sound cue to be made by any player walking through it. A HE grenade is a grenade that explodes, causing damage to the players around it. Counter-Strike 2 added the ability for these grenades to also disperse a smoke grenade that they explode inside of, allowing for creative strategies using combinations of the two. The decoy grenade is almost useless. It's incredibly cheap, it makes a shooting noise and appears on the enemy radar. Any experienced player will realize a decoy has been thrown almost immediately, so they aren't used at the top level. The only upside is that they appear and sound just like a flashbang while being thrown, so you can use them as a fake flash to try and get an enemy to turn around in an attempt to dodge it.
Bomb coming down banana or trying to. I'm gonna. Okay,
He got destroyed.
You can buy one of each grenade per round, except for the flashbangs. You can buy 2 of those. Grenade throws are consistent in Counter-Strike. Over the years, there have been thousands of lineups developed to use utility in the most effective way possible. This led to the development of executes, where teams coordinate in order to throw a set barrage of utility to help them take over a bomb site. The economy. Now, before you turn the video off, it's not as boring as it sounds. As you have to buy guns, you also have to earn money. You receive money at the end of every round. A round win will net you more than a round loss. There is also a mechanic for loss bonus, where consecutive round losses will result in you getting slightly more money each round. When you win a round, a level is subtracted from your loss bonus. Kills give you a little bit of extra money. An AK or an M4 will give you $300. Some SMGs will give you $600. Some shotguns will reward you with up to $900, but you have to weigh up if the reward is worth the downsides of choosing a more niche weapon. A lot of the time, it just isn't. If the terrorists get the bomb planted, the entire team will receive an extra $600 bonus if they lose the round, so it's worthwhile for them to get that bomb down. Your team's purchases or buy for the round can be categorized based on how much money you spend. The pistol round. The first round of each half starts with $800 in the bank. This is known as a pistol round as all other weapons in the game are outside your budget for this round. Winning the pistol round is very important for a good start to your half. A full buy is when you have everything you need to contest a round. Kevlar, helmet, an M4 or an AK, full set of utility. Your team might have an AWP in a full buy, although this is optional. An eco. If your team does not have enough for a full buy, you might go for an eco round. In this round, you spend very little in order to preserve the money that you currently have, using this round to build money for a full buy in the next. A half buy. Similar to an eco, you might have a little bit of extra cash to spend this round in order to give yourselves a better chance of the win, while still preserving the ability to go for a full buy next round. This might involve some upgraded pistols, SMGs, maybe the occasional rifle. A force buy. This is where you don't have enough for a full buy, but you're going to spend everything anyway. There will be compromises, there will be missing pieces. Sometimes you just have to work with what you've got. Now let's talk maps. The competitive map pool consists of 7 maps. As of this video's creation, that map pool is Dust 2, Inferno, Mirage, Anubis, Ancient, Vertigo, and Nuke. There is a general formula to maps in Counter-Strike. They typically follow a broad 3-lane design. The 2 bomb sites will be at opposite ends of the map. There will be a middle section that teams fight over for control of movement between the 2 sides, and there will be a couple of additional corridors to provide multiple entrances to the bomb sites. Typically, sites will have a long and a short entrance, although long and short will usually be used as callouts for just one of the sites to prevent confusion. There are exceptions to the regular 3-lane design. Nuke, for example, stacks the bomb sites on top of one another. The area that on most maps would be designated mid is off to the one side, called yard. It's not one-to-one with mid on other maps, but operates in a similar fashion. Let's talk the anatomy of a round. A round in Counter-Strike is just under 2 minutes long and can usually be broken down into a couple of sections. Freeze time, as mentioned earlier, is the 15 seconds or so at the start of a round where teams can buy weapons and discuss the strategy for the upcoming round. Early round. The counter-terrorist side will spread out across the map in what's usually referred to as a default, getting ready to defend whatever the terrorists throw at them. Mid-round. Both teams will jostle for control of the map. The terrorist team will slowly take more areas in order to try and set up to pounce onto a bomb site. Late round. The terrorist team makes their final play to get the bomb down. This could involve an execute onto a site or just a sequence of raw fights. Post-plant. Once the bomb is planted, the terrorist team settle into a post-plant, where they prepare to defend the planted bomb from the counter-terrorists trying to defuse it. Retake. The CTs will attempt to retake their lost bomb site, fighting their way in to try and defuse the bomb. Save. If either team decides it's unlikely for them to win the round and it would be more important for them to hang on to their weapons, they can choose to save. Counter-terrorists will always get their loss bonus, but saving terrorists will not. Once the timer runs down, there are 7 or so seconds after the timer where the game is still active. If a counter-terrorist kills a terrorist during these 7 seconds, the terrorist will lose their weapons and not get any loss bonus. This can be debilitating.
Do it, Vasher.
After time.
He waits.
Oh my God, insult
That's
to injury.
brutal.
Counter-Strike matches or series will generally be one of the following types. A best of one, where teams will take turns banning maps until one remains. A best of three, where teams will ban a map each, pick a map each, and then ban a map each, resulting in 3 maps chosen. Or a best of 5, where teams will ban a map each and then pick to decide the order the remaining 5 maps are played in. That's it for this video. I hope it helps you enjoy Counter-Strike as much as I do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hit the like button if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. The 2D replays and nade map shown in this video are from my website, strapbox.app. If you're getting started in CS and want access to the largest nade database in existence with lineups sourced directly from the pros, click the link in the description.